If you find yourself circling back to moments where you felt helpless, wishing you could have changed the outcome, stay here for a moment. Take a slow breath and arrive here. You do not need to analyze anything. Let the words land where they land. Your body will take what it needs. And begin. I struggled to accept that there were situations where I was completely powerless. Part of me still wants to believe I could have changed what happened. Admitting my powerlessness feels too painful. I feel like I should have been able to control or fix what was happening. Accepting powerlessness means accepting how little control I had. I feel anger and grief about being helpless in those moments. My mind resists fully feeling this truth. I want to allow myself to acknowledge that some things were never in my control. I recognize that all of these are experiences arising within my awareness, not truths about who I am. Even though a part of me still believes I should have been able to control what happened, and admitting my powerlessness feels unbearably painful, I acknowledge this fear is just a passing pattern arising in consciousness, not my real or permanent self. Why couldn't I stop it? I should have done something different. It was my job to fix things, and I failed. If I admit I was powerless, it means I let it happen. I feel so small and helpless. My body feels tight and frozen when I think about it. Notice how this feels in your body. I am so angry that I couldn't protect myself. It is not fair that I had no control. I keep trying to figure out how I could have changed it. Breathe into the heaviness. Maybe if I think about it enough, I will find the answer. I cannot bear to feel how helpless I really was. My mind is screaming that this cannot be true. Let the body soften a little. I feel grief flooding through me. I am noticing these painful thoughts arising in my awareness. I was just a child and I could not have changed anything. Part of me knows this now, but another part still fights it. There is so much sadness in my chest. Notice how the body feels now. I hate feeling this powerless. I am watching these feelings of anger and grief move through me. Maybe I can just let myself feel this for a moment. I am still here even while these feelings arise. I can remain present with this experience of powerlessness exactly as it is. I do not need to resolve or change this feeling for it to be okay. I am still intact while this experience arises within me. Underlying beliefs. Perhaps I believe that if I was powerless, then I am weak. I might believe that admitting powerlessness means I allowed the harm to happen. It is possible I believe my worth depends on being able to control situations. Maybe I believe that feeling helpless now will overwhelm me completely. I could be believing that accepting powerlessness means surrendering to pain forever. Perhaps the emotional mechanism at play is my mind trying to protect me from overwhelming grief by insisting I could have controlled it. It is conceivable that my ego keeps me searching for what I could have done differently to avoid facing how unprotected I really was. Possibly I have been carrying the role of the one who must fix everything, a strategy that once helped me survive but is no longer who I truly am. Adult self, gently turn toward your inner child. I am sorry to my inner child who experienced moments of complete powerlessness and felt so alone. I am sorry you believed you should have been able to control what was happening when you were only a child. Your awareness is safe here with me now, even when painful feelings arise. These emotions are temporary visitors, and I am here as the stable observer watching them with you. Inner child speaks. It feels a little softer knowing you are here with me. Maybe I do not have to fight this alone anymore. Adult speaks. I give you permission to release the burden of control you never truly had. I give you permission to forgive yourself for not being able to change what happened. I release any guilt and shame you carry about being powerless. I honor our journey together through this pain. I love you. You are safe to let go and just be yourself because I am here now and always to protect you, and these feelings are only passing experiences, not what defines us. Now that we have felt and honored the experience, Allow understanding and light to arise naturally. You have always been whole, even in moments when you felt helpless. Powerlessness was an experience you had, not a truth about who you are. The belief that you should have been able to control everything was an illusion born of a child's desperate need to make sense of pain. As you rest as awareness itself, you can see that thoughts and fears are temporary appearances in consciousness, while the true self remains untouched, free, and complete. Accepting powerlessness does not diminish you. It returns you to the truth that some things were never yours to carry. The ask, inner child. I give myself permission to feel how helpless I was in those moments, noticing the weight in my chest and letting it be here just for now. It was not safe before to feel this powerless, but maybe I can let my body feel it a little now, slowly, at its own pace. Adult self. I choose to stay present with this feeling of powerlessness without needing to fix or change it. I can be here with my inner child, breathing steadily, while these sensations of helplessness move through my body. Higher self. I allow this experience of powerlessness to unfold in its own time, without forcing resolution or understanding. I release control over when or how this settles, trusting that awareness remains stable while sensations arise and pass. Bridge into your new reality. Earlier my mind was clenched around the belief I should have controlled everything, and now there is a small space around that thought where it can simply be present without gripping me. Where there was only the frozen sensation of helplessness, now there is warmth spreading through my chest while the feeling of powerlessness softens at the edges. I used to believe accepting powerlessness meant collapsing into pain, but now I notice I can hold this truth and still breathe, still be here, still intact. Reclaim your power. I choose to release the disempowering belief that I should have controlled the uncontrollable, and instead embrace the wisdom that comes from knowing my limits. I am the awareness watching these thoughts and feelings arise, and that which witnesses can never be diminished by what it observes. Seeing it done. I imagine myself standing quietly in a space where memories of helplessness arise, and instead of tensing or fighting, I feel my feet on the ground, my breath moving easily. Warmth in my chest that holds the child who could not control what happened. I see myself acknowledging those moments with a softness that was not possible before, knowing I survived them and am here now whole. There is no need to fix or change anything. I am simply present, and that is enough. I feel the grief and the anger pass through me like weather, and underneath them I am steady, unharmed, and free. The child inside me rests, knowing I am here now and nothing more is required of either of us. I breathe easily, knowing I was never meant to control everything, and my body relaxes into that truth. I feel the warmth of self-compassion spreading through me, melting the frozen places where helplessness once lived. I notice how ordinary and safe it feels to simply be here, letting experiences come and go without fighting them. Now experience a new future. I am in that moment where helplessness used to take over. The old familiar feeling begins to surface, that tightening in my chest and the frantic search for what I could have done differently. But this time something is different. I feel my feet planted firmly on the ground. I notice my breath moving slowly and easily. The thought arises that I should have been able to control this, but I simply watch the thought appear without grabbing onto it. My chest is tight, but I breathe into it gently and feel it soften just a little. I notice my shoulders relaxing down away from my ears. I am here, right now, and I am safe. The memories are present, but they are only memories. I am not back there. I am here in this body, in this moment, and I am okay. I feel warmth spreading through my torso as my nervous system begins to settle. The child part of me notices that I am not fighting anymore, not scrambling to fix anything, just breathing and staying present. This feels strange but not bad. It feels like relief. I can hold the truth that I was powerless in those moments and also hold the truth that I am safe now. Both can be true at once. My body relaxes deeper into this knowing. My mind grows quiet. I feel a gentle fullness in my chest, not tightness now, just presence. I am here. I am whole. This is normal now. This is safe. Allow this felt sense to continue integrating naturally in the body and in life. Take a deep breath, feel the shift, and smile. Let this settle gently. There is nothing you need to do right now. You can return to this whenever you feel called. Be gentle with yourself.